Yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us. This is from now going forward, we'll be having monthly meetings where we are going to be updating you what is happening. It's been a little bit of a drag doing some registrations, this and this, but I think now we are coming to where now the plane can start. So my name is Roger. For those who don't know me, the Kaondes would say Roger Kiali, not Charlie. Roger Kiali. They'll start with K.
Memory care interest by 60.
Okay. So let me put my, yes, the show is being recorded and we'll share it there. Let me start. I'm going to start our meeting. I'll start with the news from Zambia. F5. Come on. For some reason, when you are on, the screen is here, you do F5, it doesn't work anymore.
You want to put it
in view.
Go down there, bottom. Bottom right, there's
Oh, okay. Oh, now I know. I've learned something. Is this the one?
Bottom right.
Slideshow, yeah, slideshow, yeah. Good. Good. So, why don't we start with the news from Zambia? I got this yesterday. Once Forsaken Copper Country is back in the spotlight. That was on Bloomberg. That was yesterday. So something good is happening. Anglo-American. I remember the year I was coming to America, they just closed up the mines in Concola and everything. They packed their bags and left Zambia. Now they are returning to Zambia with Ank Minerals copper deal. This was announced when HH attended the Mineral Summit in South Africa this week. HH, we are determined to increase copper production from the current 800,000 to 3 million, ladies and gentlemen, 3 million metric tons. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide, just to see what this means. What does this really mean to you and I? Or is it just a headline or a political accolade? Inflation is down since August by 50%. I remember people once, there was a time they were going to ShopRite and prices were changing every day. That's not the case. Almost by 50%, we are talking 11% from 22. So this is good for business. This is good for everyone. On the kwacha as stabilized, this is where I'm having problems with HH. Because this kwacha now, I was sending yesterday, was it 1,000 kwacha? My God, I had to put in more dollars to send it, just the same 1,000. But it's good for our country and it's good for our people. Let's just talk a little bit about the 3 million metric tons. The government is determined, as HH put it, determined to increase to 300 metric tons. What does that mean? It means jobs across the country. As you can see, the Zambia on the corner here. There'll be a lot of jobs. The need for skilled labor. 3 million is a lot of tons. If we are coming from 800,000, that is. To reach 3 million, we are going to need a lot of labor in the country. These people are going to have money to pay for accommodation. That is, if you are in real estate, they'll have, eventually now there'll be money. Food. Now, I hope everyone will have a good salary to spend on food. Everyone who have a job now, they want to send their children to good education facilities. there will be need for new schools, transport sector. Right now, we are transporting copper, 800,000 copper. I don't know how many trucks are in Zambia. Now imagine 3 million. So HH was pushing South Africa, Zimbabwe was pushing Zambia itself and Congo. But let's do something about the railway. Let's fix our railway. So we see across the board improved local tourism. Ms. Carissa, I liked this one, local tourism. People have a little bit of money. So if we are creative coming from diaspora here, we have seen this to small examples, how people, you know, they call it a waterfalls. What they call a waterfalls here, my God. But we can leverage on that and we can work on that. Health facilities, construction jobs, electricity, meaning if this group wants to go into solar, there will be demand for it. I liked increased CDF. Increased CDF, if the government now has given 25 million, where our budget, we have a budget constraints. Imagine at 300 metric tons, the kind of money which is coming in the country. They may increase it to 100 million. Imagine the activity in every sector, in every rural place of Zambia. There will be activity, and the rest will be history. So that is the news from Zambia. I hope you will be excited, like I am, to see what is happening in our nation. And with that, I want to welcome you to Global Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Please pay attention to the name. The name here says Globo, G-L-O-B-O. We got a message yesterday that we are now fully registered, but we are waiting for the certificates to come out. It should come out Tuesday, Miss Vicky? Tuesday, she said, right? Okay, so we are Global Multipurpose. It has taken us long because the American registration, I don't want to go through that. The American registration didn't go as planned. It could not accommodate as many people as we wanted. The Zambian company we registered, we were told we can only accommodate about 50 people. So we had to go in reverse and start registration of a cooperative once again, which is the Global Multipurpose Cooperative. So welcome to the town hall. My main job today is to explain, I think, the new thing which we are bringing to the cooperative. Our business model. Our business model has changed a little bit, and I want to put it, I think, in the buckets. It will explain properly the change. When we started, if you remember, we said investment shares. It was only, we were only talking about investment, because we wanted an LLC in the United States, so we were talking about investments. Because we registered a company in Zambia, we were talking about investments. We never talked about other shares. So today, we want to tell you, people of God, under our model, the cooperative model, we have another bucket which we are going to introduce. This bucket is not by choice. It is required by government in the law of Zambia as a cooperative. You cannot run away from it. The membership shares. So this is why we need to bring it today to you to say we are going to have two classes of shares: investment shares and membership shares. I can pause there. I hope that one is clear to everyone. So we are adding on another class of shares. So if you forget everything, Just remember we have two colors of, I don't know, shares, red and green. Let me explain what the membership shares entails. The membership shares will be pegged at 200 kwacha. 200, which is about, at today's rate, $12 per share. If you choose to be a member of this, which you have chosen, we have, I think, 160 people who have already paid up. You will be required to have at least 10 shares, and then you'll be considered a member of the cooperative, at least 10 shares. The benefits, you will be, it gives you the membership benefits or the owner. Cooperatives are deep. If you are the owner, you are supposed to take a lot of interest to see how the cooperative is being run, or if you have a project you want to the group to support, please feel free. Some of the examples of shared benefits when you are in the cooperative. One of the projects we are talking about as a team is the remitters. Some of us will live in diaspora. We are paying a lot of money to Western Union or World Remit just to send money. So we can say as a cooperative, oh, but then why don't we build a platform which we can be using? So membership shares are there to provide a service to the members. Okay, so dividends is one of them, but it is mainly a service, to give a service. So when you buy membership shares, expect to receive a service. Okay, I hope we are together so far. There are, I don't know, thousands of cooperative union. Brother Elias and I, we have already talked about that. Why don't we create our own cooperative here in diaspora, which creates a bank, like a bank, something like that. You also have the right to vote as a member for the leadership. You have the right to bring a project as a member. You will also be given a dividend. Now, on this one, it is very restrictive. If there is and it's a big if, because a lot of the money which comes from the membership shares is supposed to work to develop the cooperative so that people can use the benefits, they use the service. But if there is a dividend, it is capped by law at 6%. So the 200 here, when you bring in is it 2,000 kwacha? The best you can have is 6% dividends. As a member, you will have responsibilities in fundraising, and this one is huge. Sister Clarissa is going to talk about it. Every one of us, you can see the 2,000 kwacha is not a lot of money. So if our cooperative is going to be a cooperative for real, we are going to need to do more to raise funds for the cooperative. So I give an example, the power of numbers. We are about 400 of us. We are coming close to 400. And that is going to be part of our job to recruit more members. We are 377. The power of numbers. So for instance, Sister Ordinance has a chicken farm, I think in Mazabuka, something there. She has 1,000 chickens. She brings it to the cooperative. 1,000 chickens. How much? 100 kwacha. So we say, Sister Ordinance, why don't you give us that 80 kwacha? And we'll buy all of them as a cooperative. And then we'll sell to our members. So Bamlenga buys 10, sends to her uncle in Chalala. In there I buy 2, I send to my sister. Now So these are kind of fundraising we have to do as a cooperative if we have to survive. I'm also thinking of maybe buying a car. We chop it up. Again, we bring it to the table. Who is going to support the project? Oh, me, give me 10 kg, give me 2 kg, stuff like that. You are also responsible for bringing new members. As you can see, the number I've put here, 1,000. This 1,000 will not just happen by magic. It will happen when you invite us as a team. We come to Texas via Zoom. We address the community there. We go to Atlanta. We address the community there, or one by one. That is how we're going to reach the 1,000. As a member, this is going to be your responsibility. So in a cooperative, you can't just say, oh, I'm a member, and then you just sit. It doesn't work that way. If you are going to be a member, you bring in people. And by doing that, we are going to survive, and we are going to do very, very well. Trust me, we are going to do very well. Do you remember in my first slide, I was talking about the opportunities which are in Zambia. When you look at them, you're like, before as an individual, I can't do this, I can't do this. But now when I think about the 300 members, I said we can all put 1,000 together here and do this. We can do this and do this. So this is what the Global Co-op gives us. Service to the community, especially the communities of Zambia. We are going to make sure we are a part of, we are contributing to the communities where we belong. So I've got Brother Patrick here, who is in my hometown, Kitwe. So we'll say, hey, why don't we light up Kitwe City, Kitwe? It's too dark. Why don't we do that? Stuff like that. Projections here, if you look at 1,000 members, the $12 I talked about, I've put it here, the 200 translates to $12. If you pay okay, I don't know. Yeah, 10 shares, it gives you $120 per member. You'll be required to buy shares for $120. If you multiply that number by 1,000 people, we have $120 in the bank. So we can achieve this in no time, this 100. And you know, from 120, it was not a lot of money. Now 120,000, we can do something with it. 50,000, Brother Darius, we can start our remittance system development, can't we? Yes, we can do that.
That's true.
So this is about the membership shares. It is very, very critical to any cooperative. So I hope we've made that that point very clear. It is a new thing which we have brought to you. Let's go to investment shares. This is where we used to be, and this is where we are still here. So investment shares in a cooperative, they are non-voting shares. It allows us to attract more investors in a cooperative. People with serious money now can come in this class of shares. But at least for now, you cannot vote in the Global Co-op. However, if someone is bringing 1 million, they might insist. So we will be revisiting it. We will be revisiting what level can investment shareholders come in. You will be given, like in the bonds, by the way, Dr. Amanda will be announcing, we have hired an investment advisor, chartered accountant. If we are to be a serious entity, we have a chartered accountant. So we'll have a predetermined return. The investment advisor is going to develop a prospectus. They'll tell us, when you put in the bonds, this is how much money you expect and at what interval and what time. So it's going to tell us that. Okay. Unlike the membership shares, which are offered at which are capped at 6%, investment shares will come at different rates. Say, for instance, in solar, we might say we are offering you 15% return. You get that much money. Those are going to put in bonds. We are going to tell you how much money you should expect at the end, at the maturity date. We will tell you. If it's a processing plant, we'll tell you, oh, you'll get maybe 20%, stuff like that. All right. The bond investment, it is going to fall under this. Remember, that's where we started. We said we want to put our money together, put in the bonds as a holding bucket so that we can hit our 1 million goal. So the bonds are going to fall under the investment shares. Membership is not necessary for you to be an investment share. It's not necessary, but we will highly encourage it. We will encourage people to have the membership, the membership shares, to be an ordinary member of the co-op. But if you don't have time, you say, Bane, I've just got a million you can use, but I don't have time just in here, that is okay. 1 million we can deal with that. So this allows the cooperative to raise more money. So the 1 million goal, remember the 1 million goal we have to reach in 12 months' time will be achieved mainly by investment shares. I've put down here, if the 1,000 we have on the bucket here, 1,000 kwacha, this is mainly, correct me, Ms. Vicky, this is mainly for, it was brought here because of the bonds. However, it is also part of our goal to raise the 1 million tag. So each one of us, we are asking you to invest about 20,000 kwacha over a period of 1 year. 20,000 kwacha is about $1,200. So it's not a one-time pay right here, no, over time. If we have 1,000 people committing about 1,002 or 1,000, our goal will easily be reached of about 1.2 million. We'll reach that. In our past presentations, we've said the 1 million now will make us attractive. Was it HH was in Lambaland yesterday or the other day? He's telling the farmers there, I'm going to start pushing. The Zambian product has to be in ShopRite. Tomatoes, onions, they have to be in ShopRite. If we have to improve the quality, we will do that. With 1.2 million, our cooperative now can begin to partner with the farmers. We see what are they doing wrong, not to put the right product in ShopRite. How can they put the right product in ShopRite? 1.2 million, even government will be interested to talk to us. Will be very, very attractive. Trust me. Yeah, let me conclude. And I was supposed to take up the most time today. The rest will not take up so much time. This week, we are getting our certificate of registration. It's coming. We are looking forward to open our bank account, open our CSD account. Whether it's going to happen, Ms. Victoria, all of this week, we don't know. The tech is going to talk about the payment platform for all this. So we are looking forward when our certificate comes to do all this. The opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, back home await us in numbers. Individuals, it will not happen. We will not do it as individuals. Whether we like it, or not. So go today or invite someone. Go to www.globalcoopzambia.com, our website, and register. Pay your small registration fee, and we can move from there. So with that, should I take 1-2 questions? If not, then we do I have any hand which wants a question? Okay, so no questions asked. So we'll go to the, I hope it was clear. Next up, expect to be here maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes. Evangelist Chaproko. Okay, great. Thank you, Chaproko. Thank you, my evangelist. Next, tech team. What is happening at tech team? What are we doing there? How is everything? Did we have any questions in the chat room? Where to go, chair? Okay, thank you so much. I'm excited. Okay, me too. Any other comments? Maybe there's a question. Sis Namunji, yes, the meeting is being recorded. Okay. Okay, we are good. We are good. So why don't I give opportunity here? Let's give Brother Darius, who will walk us through the registration process and stuff.
Okay. Is Victoria going to present first?
No, go
Oh!
ahead. No, it's okay. Go ahead. We'll follow after the tech team.
Oh yeah, I remember that was it. It changed my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go ahead and share.
Yeah.
Just give me a...
We'll give you 2 seconds.
Yeah.
1, 2. 2 seconds has expired.
I'm looking for the form.
Okay, he was not ready because the tech people wanted to take his place. So,
yes.
Okay, there we go.
So let me change. There's one I'm trying to start with. I don't know where it's gone. Not this one. You can tell that I was not ready, right?
Yes.
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 I was making actually some changes.
As we were talking.
Yes, as we were talking.
Okay. So, maybe we can check. Can we allow maybe Ms. Clarissa? She
yes.
has a small.
If she can do that, yes. That'll give me.
Ms. Clarissa?
I'm sorry, I don't have any slides to share. I came in close to 4 a.m. this morning, and I was hoping to do everything quickly, and then I had church and all that, but you know, I won't even take much of your time because mine is kind of straightforward. So I have been tasked with projects. So, and fundraising ideas. So one of the things we realize is this cooperative has to have money. We thank God for the bonds, for the shares and everything, but that is not a quick turnaround. So for us to be relevant and effective, we need to find other ways to make money and make it so that we make that money, we invest it, we reinvest it and keep making money, whichever way. So some of the ideas that we have, the short term, there are long-term goals, but for now, we'll look at the short term. Some of the short term could even be long term. But something like, I was thinking like we could work on a directory, a business directory, where people can register with us, pay us an amount of money to appear in this directory. So we could make it an annual thing. You know, this will bring money for us. So for anybody to be in that directory, they need to pay us something. So that, you know, that is a money-making mission for us. So that is one of the ideas. And I think that works well. I know it has worked, like our friends in the West African community here have directories here in the US, that's what I'm talking about, have directories where if you're looking for a business, a West African business, you go to this directory they have, whatever area you're looking at, you will find the name there, and they pay for the ads and for their names to appear there. They pay. So this is something that has helped them make money for whatever activities they need to do. So it's something that we need to look at as well. I don't think right now there's something like that at home where people are able to, you know, look for businesses, different businesses, or advertise their work at a fee where, you know, people can find them. So this is one good quick one that we can do. Yeah. And talking about that, for us to have this directory, yes, we can use other companies. Another idea that comes through that directory is printing. We could also go into printing, get printing machines. And a lot of people, when I went home a couple of months ago, that's one thing I needed to do so much. Everything I wanted to do, I had to do my passport, I had to do my NRC. They want copies of that, want copies of this. So I had to go around looking for printing places. So if we have a printing company, we buy the equipment, we put money into that equipment and we print. Believe me, everybody wants to print. Nobody can say it doesn't mean anything to them. Everybody is trying to print something at home. And the way we can make money also is make it affordable. Make whatever we do in Zambia affordable so that we attract more business. You know, people will tell, oh, you know, if you go to that place, it's cheaper. We make the profit, but still be a little less than the other people. That's how you get business. So we do the directories, we also do printing, and then we can also print our own directories eventually. So that is cutting a lot of costs in the long run. Then I was looking at something like village banking really. And you know, this concept was really started many years ago by some Indian guy, I forget his name. He started that in India, where he got people in the villages. What we're trying to do really is empower. Let me go back. We're empowering Zambians. We want every Zambian to move along with us. Yes. So as much as we want to make money, we're trying to empower everybody that by the time, you know, maybe 10 years from now, we'll look back at Zambia as having moved forward. Everybody's moving forward. You know, an economy doesn't move forward if only a few people are moving forward. When you bring people with you, then you're growing an economy. So we're trying to grow the economy. So a banking system or loan system rather, we take it to the rural areas as well. We shouldn't just focus on the cities because there are people in the rural areas. Most of us here, all of us actually, none of us is immune to people who are asking for money in the villages too. I went home and everybody was expecting some kind of money. Everybody wants to start a business, you know, and they're calling you to give money for, you know, I need to start this business. I mean, how much money do I have to give everybody to start a business? So if we have this kind of entity where we have a group of people, you select groups, you say, okay, you'll be in groups, maybe groups of 10 or whatever number, and then you tell them these are the amounts. There's a maximum amount which we can agree upon, which will be beneficial to us as well. And you make them committed as a group. You have a leader there who knows that this amount, this month we're giving to this person, and they have to pay back. So the way you make those people responsible is that amount, the same amount, is what is going to be lent to the next person. So it will be up to them to make sure that this person then brings the money back, because I'm the next one in line. But if they know that there's a source somewhere else, you know that, oh, even if this person doesn't pay, we're getting money anyway. But if you make that, you know, give them that responsibility that we're giving you so much, so it is up to you to make sure this person gives the money for the next person to do what they need to do. So that is another area that we would like to focus on, which will help us. The amount we can talk about later, we'll agree on that amount. Then we can also look at buying mining equipment. I know we've talked about it before. Chair, you have talked about that. You have dealt in that area. I think this is an area with copper booming like this. I think we should be a part of it, really. So whichever way, whether we invest in a mining company or we just become suppliers of mining equipment, that will help us a lot. I look at that Black Mountain, people just climbing and digging with their hands. But if you get equipment that will be useful and beneficial, people don't have to lose lives because they want to make a living. So people who are knowledgeable of the mining industry, Chair and other people, can help us to, you know, with what equipment would be useful. What can we afford as a cooperative, and what can we put in, you know, how much do we get back? And I think that is an area that will benefit us as a group. So that's another area we can look at. Then there's another area of real estate. If as a group we come together and buy land and build houses, this is doable. This is doable, believe me. We put money together. If we start with one house, hey, that's fine. We can start with that one house. We sell the house, buy more land, build houses. We either decide to sell them or to rent them to have this money coming. Whichever way we do it, we can decide we have an area where we are just selling, we build them and we sell them. And as we do this, as usual, we're still trying to be inclusive. So we make our prices affordable so that we know that we're not being stuck with houses that nobody can afford. You build homes that are affordable for people. You know that they're different, like NHA, right? Yeah. They build homes in Zambia, but you find that it's the people in government who buy the homes. They buy everything and then they start renting them out to people. And then when they sell them at a much higher price than they got them for. So we have to do something that will be affordable to other people. You know, they buy homes and then we invest the money, buy more land, build, rent out. I went through a community on Leopards Hill Road. It's a NHA home project or something. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I don't know how I think they sold those homes to different people. But something like that, if you had more neighborhoods like that, we get people out of the slums, even people in those areas, we can also make it affordable. As time goes, we can make it in a way that they too can own proper homes. You know, we've had a lot of flooding these days, in the past few years. It has really changed. With this global warming, there's been a lot of change. And which parent will not want to have a home and to house their families? So if we provide employment in these areas, the other areas, these people will be able to afford to pay whatever monthly amount we agree on with them to pay for the homes that they're buying from us. So that's another area, real estate. There are many, many, many other real estate things we can think about. We do not have to depend on South Africa to build us malls. Look, there are malls everywhere and they're all from South Africa or China. We can do that ourselves. We can get land again, build some strip malls, and let out the space to people. We can do all of these things. We should not look from afar and say, okay, that is done by those people. It's us. Let's take hold of our economy as Zambians. Let's move forward. Then the other one, the last one, which I think really for me, I think is very, very doable, is a cooperative. We have this cooperative, of course. What I mean is farming. We get our farmers, and this is also an opportunity in the short run for people here who have animals, who have livestock, who are planting all these vegetables and fruits and have nowhere to take them. We build this big thing, a big store. Make it in a very nice and attractive way, keep it clean. And all these farmers can bring their products there and they're sold there. But the main goal is for us to have that livestock, the animals, the livestock, the fruits, the vegetables, we plant them ourselves as a cooperative and sell them in this shop that we're going to build. I was talking to the committee recently about one that I go to, which is really nice. They sell all kinds of things. You can find everything in there. It's a big shop. And the farmers there who are part of the co-op provide what is in that shop. So we can do that. And we don't have to have one only. We can have one in each province eventually as time goes. And we supply, when I was at home, I had a lot of friends who were complaining that tomatoes were going bad because the South Africans were importing for ShopRite and other shops, we have our own farmers who can provide, And also we need to teach our people that once you start providing, continue providing, because I think that's another area which is lacking, because you have you provide tomatoes, say, for example, and then I guess when you've made money, you stop for a little while. When the money is finished, you plant more, and we have to have that consistency. We have to be professional when we're supplying. So those are other things, and maybe at some point we could also have classes where we're teaching people, professionalism in business, how we keep ourselves going so that our market is not bombarded by foreign products anymore. So those are some of the fundraising ideas I have, and projects that we can do in the short run, and then the long run. And also, we could also think of doing some sales, maybe get together, have sales, bake things, cook things, and have sales. One day we decide this week, this is what we're doing, this weekend we're doing this, and we raise money through that. We can do it. We can also have, decide we're going to have this big community event.
Okay, I think you've really given us a good, nice list. The message is, if you are here and you want to be in the project, right now, how many people are you in your team?
Not many, but I'm looking for people to work with.
Yes. You can see how fired up. She probably won't stop if we don't stop her. So,
if he doesn't stop me. Yeah.
So, very quickly, I think you touched on the farmers thing. Again, a lot of what Ms. Carissa has talked about are small but effective short term. We are going to need, if we are going to have a very active cooperative. If we are to put money in the bond and we all go home and sit for 2 years, then what are we going to be doing? So a lot of the ideas she has brought, if you have any ideas you want to share, to add to the list, please get in touch with Ms. Clarissa. Send her a note right now. Ms. Clarissa, I want to be in your team. This is going to be the lifeline of the cooperative. Okay, we move. If you have a question, anyone has a question for Ms. Clarissa? Any hand up? Okay, as we go, you might have a hand. Okay. Now, Brother Darius should be ready.
Yes, I'm ready. But I was thinking if the finance was able to go through those details, it will make sense for those terms we have in the payment system, if they are ready. But if they're not,
okay,
I can go ahead.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. Finance,
Yeah.
You should be ready as well. They should be. I think we are ready. I'll make you co-host, Brother Elias.
Okay, thank you.
Let's hear a report from finance. Make it, how much time have we choose? We've choose two of us, we've choose 2 hours. But we needed the first one. We needed the first one. So the next presenters, we are all going to be in the 30 minutes. Okay, go ahead, Elias.
Thank you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, first introduction. My name is Elias Mungwala. I'm the Deputy Treasurer for the COP. For some of you who may not know me. So we're just going to update ourselves with what the chair has talked about and what we've done so far. As you all are aware, our goal in year 1 in 12 months is to raise $1 million, probably increase that to 2 million, which of course we talked about in the launch. The first year will be, obviously, as we've been talking and planning, is government bonds. In year 2, the project team, I'm not going to dwell on that because the project team has highlighted quite a number of projects, starting from business directory printing, village banking, mining equipment, real estate, farming shop, all the like. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I'll quickly rush into membership fees and investment. The chair has also explained about the 2 sets of membership and how people should also be part of our group. The first thing that we should be aware is that there will be an application fee with effect from 1st of June. Once the payment system is updated by tech team, obviously the tech team will give us an update on that. So for those who have already paid, initially we used to say $30, but now we're saying 500 kwacha. For those that have already paid, this 100 kwacha application fee will not apply. So it's only for those people that are going to pay on the 1st of June and afterwards, they're the one who will be paying us 100 kwacha, which is the application fee. And then, of course, annual membership fee is 500 kwacha, or equivalent of $30. As you're aware, this is to cover admin costs and obviously other costs relating to the running of the cooperative. So most importantly, again, like I mentioned, the chair has dwelt so much on that. Ordinary shares will require at least 10 shares, which would make that 200 kwacha per share. In that, we expect people to buy at least 2,000 kwacha of shares. In terms of investment shareholding, a minimum investment of 20 shares pegged at 1,000 kwacha. The chair was showing us the figures, talking about $120. It's the same thing. This presentation is just made into the local currency of Zambian kwacha. So it's pretty much the same language. So if we really need investors, we really need ordinary shares because we need to meet our target of $1 million. So if we can bring more members into the cooperative, like the chair mentioned, we need more members in order for us to reach our goal. We've got nearly 400 plus. So again, it's very, very important that we have people who are paying up members. Moving on, as you're aware, the first year we're going to spend on government securities, like we mentioned in the launch, and today we're emphasizing the point that instead of keeping money in a savings account, it will not be useful. We intend to have government securities bonds, and bonds, I should say, which is just like a holding fund. And obviously, the current yield is between 11 to 18%, and this fluctuates depending. At the time we're going to buy those shares, the rates might change. So I've just put the range in order for us to understand how our money will grow. So interest is compounded and it paid every 6 months, so which is good, and these government bonds are flexible and easy to withdraw. Dividends, ordinary shareholders' dividend will be pegged at 66%. This is according to the laws of Zambia and the laws of the COP, like the chair mentioned, of course, is in his presentation. So investment shareholders' return will be predetermined and approved by the board. So the cooperative will have, also the chair mentioned about a percentage if you want to invest in a particular project. If we know the output of that, the return on your investment, will be able to peg a percentage on that and try to give you the figure. So the first year we are building capital. This is why we're not declaring any dividend. Payment, again, will be paid in the second year based on the investment. So we really have to continue investing. Like the chair said, the COP is for us to work together and obviously develop ourselves. So the progress we've made year to date is as follows. As you are aware, we are targeting over 1,000 plus members. This will be our song every day, and we'll be encouraging everyone to bring new members. Currently, we have 377 members on Telegram, of which 189 have paid provisional fees. These people have paid, they will not be affected by the 100 kwacha application fee. So I'm encouraging, and as, not personally, as a team, we are encouraging you to bring in, to ask our members to pay, bring in more members, I'll ask more members to participate in bonds. Let's spread the weight so that everyone can come and join us. As you can see, the figures there are talking for itself. We've got 169.6K into, I'll say thousands into pledges for government bonds as of today. So this is very encouraging figure. If more people would continue pledging, by the time we're going to open up for payments, which the team will discuss when that will be done, we should be expecting more than this. So let's encourage our colleagues to continue pledging. Finally, I want to talk about how to pay, even though I'm not an expert, but from the finance group that will be dealt by the tech team, I just want to mention that paying of membership fee could be done via the website. Of course, the website is showing an old name there, which is linked obviously to the US bank account, or you can pay via Zelle for US-based members. We can pay investment funds for government bonds, again, through our website or into the bank account in Zambia, which of course, this will be set up shortly. As you can see there, you can log in and get more details about the payments on our website. There will be also a demonstration of how to make these payments by the tech team. So we encourage many people to make payments through our system. We're accounting for every penny that you're giving us. The chair also mentioned we've got a consulting firm and accounting firm we're working with in Zambia, very prominent and highly recommended organization, which of course is supporting our business. So this is really, really good news for us. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you very much. Any question can be posted into the chat. I'll be able to answer. As we are running short of time, probably I might suggest the chat will be the quickest way to do. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Finance. That was a good report. Again, if you have a question, drop it in the inbox. We will attend to it. Let's go forward, stretch to the tech team. And then the legal team will follow through. You're on mute. You're on mute, Vamlen.
All right. Thank you so much, Chair. I didn't realize that I was going back and forth. Yeah, so I was saying most of the members who've paid know where to log in when they just go to our website. Firstly, for membership login, it's right there on the top. And then registration is on this side. When they log in, that's when they will have access to see this form right here. Are we able to see the form?
Yes.
Okay, great. So then they'll be able to see this form. And I just want to make sure that, you know, if you see on the top, it says all fields are required so that, you know, you completely fill the form. And I've populated, you know, the information, the form beforehand for quick time so that we can move on. So this is where you put in the first name, last name, and then the email. Normally it should be the email which you've registered already with there. And then also you put in but any another, you know, town in Lusaka. Let me put this information because I'll be able to submit this form. So you put in Deke, that's Pamosi Drive. And then there, I don't know if I might make this one not required because I don't know if, you know, some might not even know their code in Zambia. So this will be not necessary. And then source of income, it can be salary, savings, business, or loan. The nationality there, because we are open to, you know, there are some who are American, some are British, some will be some from somewhere else, and Zambian. I'll put in my NRC, which is my ID right there. And then this is important also to say that we're supposed to fill in, I mean, to attach both the front and the back of the whatever document you are using. So this is, you know, you are able to attach, I'll go and attach something here. That will be my front page. And this will be my back, you know, ID, for example. So I've put in those two. And then this is just to make mention the declaration. I hereby make application for, you know, before you sign, you read there, and then we are able to sign. And this is me, Pamosi, Tiende Pamosi. And I would say I'm done right there. And here, I would just emphasize here, because some people in Zambia were having difficulties sometimes that it will not fail. There is a security feature where it detects, to avoid the spam. So this is very important to check that. And sometimes if they're using maybe a browser which is old, which is not updated, this might not work because the security feature will prevent it from working. And other times, if it happens like that, all they can do is just use another maybe phone, because this can be opened even on the mobile. It's mobile responsive. So they can open the website on the on the phone and apply from there. Just use another phone or use another computer. And then also to mention that this can be, you can review, as I said, way on the top, that they can review or save the document. Sometimes it can happen that you've forgotten to, the ID. You want to make, some scanning, so you can save it and come back and continue. So I'll click on review, and I'll review the form, make sure, okay, everything is filled out, and it says where they bought, okay, verify. Now it gives me, the chance now to submit. Now, when you just submitted, now it's the time to make that payment for the those what the chair and the finance committee talked about. This is why I was emphasizing that maybe it will make sense so that I don't have to explain, to go into details again about the shares. So these are just examples we've put up here. So if you see ordinary shares, then you are able to select. If you are just paying for 1 share or 2 shares, it will go up to 10 shares. So you can select, but the minimum, of course, is 10 shares there on the ordinary shares. So, and then I come to investment shares, which is the same. Now I'll just pick one right there, and this one, and I'll click on checkout. So it will give, an explanation of ordinary shares, so you understand what it is, just exactly what it is written in the bylaws. So that's my total right there. And I'll put in my, again, Tiende Pamosi, and then fill out all the card information. So I will not go through this, because all you have to do is just check this and then submit and check out. So the other part, which lastly I will share, is just how now it will show up in the account. So now when you go back into, you see account, it will show what you've paid. This one is a test, so it's not going to show me the the amount, because the website is already live. So I didn't have to go through the payments to show how much. But if you've paid, it will show what you've paid, including the annual subscription, the ordinary shares, and if you've done the investment, it will show up here and it will indicate the total. So this is how the payment processing is. And actually, you can change, just to make mention of here, that you can edit the profile, because there were some questions about, they cannot remember what email they used. They can log back in and also change any information on the profile. They can also change the password. If you go here, they can change the password. So that's all about the payment processing. So, but we'll make changes to, as we get information, especially where the payment processing is done in Zambia, after they finalize everything, and then we'll go ahead and have the everything attached to the Zambian system, where they'll be able to now, even people from Zambia can able to pay through the mobile or through the phone, just from the website when it's all completed. Thank you. I don't know if there is any question. I know I might have gone through so fast, trying to just spare some time.
Correct.
Any questions?
Okay. But if you have a question, you know the man who was talking about this, just inbox him.
Thank you.
Either give him a call or you post the question in the chat. It will be attended to. Okay, fast forward. Let's hear from Dr. Manda. What is the happening on the legal front as a co-op?
All right. Greetings to everybody. My name is Alex Manda, and I am helping spearhead the legal aspects of Global Co-op's activities. And so I'll just give you a brief overview of what we have done and what we're trying to do in order to be compliant with the appropriate regulatory procedures in Zambia. So as was mentioned previously, we were focused on the US, and so our knowledge was mostly based on the US for some of us that were leading these aspects. Then moving to Zambia, we needed to have guidance and advice, and so we sought counsel. So we have engaged with a lawyer in Zambia who is on the books to guide us with some of the legal procedures that we need to undertake in Zambia. And then as we have been developing this model for the cooperative, we also sought guidance from an investment advisor. And so we're engaging with a chartered accountant, and we'll have details about this later on as we formalize that relationship. But then the idea there is that as we are thinking about making these investments, the questions that we need to be thinking about include countering financing of terrorism. And so when Mr. Mulenga was showing his portal and some of the things that you need to input there, you might be thinking, why do we need to include some of those items? Well, that is because the cooperative needs to satisfy some of the legal requirements with respect to reporting certain information on the people that are giving money, so that we can be in compliance with the anti-money laundering regulations, the countering financing and terrorism regulations, and so on. So it is important that we have those items. So don't be discouraged about providing that information. And other than providing either your ID or which could be your passport, your NRC, or your driver's license, some of the other items we want is just an indication that you have told us or told the corporation that your funds are coming from X, and that is what will be needed. And so all of this is for know your client information. As we are engaging with different people and as we're also engaging with different entities, we need to have all that information. We have almost finished with the registration of all the entities. And so in the background, we've been working really hard to develop the bylaws. And then we would put those through a rigorous process of analyzing what the bylaws say and what they mean. And ultimately, we have submitted them, and then we should get final certification. And then, of course, we also be liaising with our advisors with respect to taxation regulations in terms of taxation and other compliance issues in Zambia. And then they'll help us with accounting and auditing as well. And so in a nutshell, we're trying to keep on top of all the legal aspects. In some aspects, we do not have the information or the knowledge ourselves, and therefore we are engaging with competent people that will guide us through, so that as we start this process, we are on firm footing and firm ground, so that we are successful in our ventures. So that's the update on the legal aspects of what we're doing with regards to the global co-op. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you so much. On the bylaws and the Company Act, or is it Cooperative Act? Once they are stamped, we are going to put them online. You have access to them. If you need them, you go to our website, you go and read the bylaws, you sign up. So, okay, I think I agree with what they're saying. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Manda. I saw the guys from marketing. Brother Jean, are you here? Is here?
He's here, yes.
Brother Jean in the house. The goal of the marketing team is basically to sell whatever this co-op will be doing. Number one, they will help us to reach the 1,000 mark. The 1,000 mark is very, very critical for the.
Go now.
Okay.
Yes. Good evening,
go
everyone.
Ahead,
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Jean, and currently based in Denmark, a member of the Global Co-op. Tasked with the job to recruit 1,000 members for the first year. So basically, our job is to spread the message to everyone, every Zambian, friends of Zambia, both home and in diaspora. Encourage everyone to join Global Co-op. Tell them, the goodness of being in unity, holding hands, doing things together, because in numbers we are stronger, in unity we are stronger. And to encourage everyone to participate wholeheartedly in the affairs of our economy by controlling the little economy that we can. So our task is to encourage every member to talk to friends, family, and neighbors, to recruit as many as possible, to encourage everyone to join the Global Co-op. And we believe that with the numbers we have so far, close to 400, if every one of us was to spread the message, the good news that this a vehicle is bringing on board, we have the potential to double the number to 800 within no time. So we believe that every one of us in this group who believes in the success and the good things to come in the near future from this investment vehicle should go out there with a message to, a message of good news to neighbors, friends, relatives, encourage them to join. Personally, I have close to 50 people who are not yet in the Telegram group, but they are waiting for, the investment vehicle to start, to take off, so that they can also pay their membership. So our message as a marketing is to knock on everyone's door, to tell them the goodness of this cooperative, that we have to take charge of our country's economy. Like the project team has alluded to, we have mining, in the mines, everything that is able to generate profit for us, our members, and again, impact on the lives of our people back home. So what we carry as a marketing team is only good news that good things are yet to come, and they are coming. So we are carrying everyone along with us. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So every one of us, at least Brother Jean wants you to bring in before the end of this month, one person.
That's
so
one
in summary, I know Sister Clotilda, she came late, number one. Two, so you don't know when we said you're supposed to bring in the money. which you are going to make noise and say, when should I pay? I don't want to hear all this, what you are talking about. When should I pay? That's what she wants to know. She's Clotilda, we are ready for you. On Monday, on Tuesday, we are expecting our, in summary, we're expecting our certificate. Knowing how things go in Zambia, we will take probably the whole week just to open the bank account. What we can say optimistically, I don't know if I want to be optimistic, Victoria. Say something about the, the bond in May. Are we going to achieve that?
Yeah, thank you much, Chair, and thank you to all the presenters. I think we've tried to be as optimistic as we could be, and we were hopeful that probably maybe the process can run faster, but of course it was beyond our control, and we couldn't move things the way we wanted. So it's highly unlikely that we may miss the May bond again, but if the certificate comes out on Tuesday, let's try and see how we can galvanize everybody and see whatever we can get into the account. If it's open by next week, I think we should still try and go for it. So whoever is ready, once the account is opened, hopefully next week, let's see how many people can put in and if we can, put in our bid. Because I think we can still try and go for it, since they only need, I think if I'm right, from the previous discussion, is that Bank of Zambia, once they put out the request out there, the submissions should go in, is it a day before they close? Yeah, so if it's a day before they close, normally it's in the last week of the month, so we can try. So Ms. Clotilda, I know you're there, and everybody else here. So let's get our monies ready. We are on the go. Like the chair said, the plane is actually on the runway. It's the engines are warming up, so we are yet to hit the skies. So once we send notification next week, I hope a number of people will be able to pay. If Mr. Darius can say, yes, it's a green light for next week, then let's try and get into the May bond. I'm very hopeful. I'm always an optimistic person. So let's all get on board and try and do something. So the earlier we do it, the better. So if almost everybody on this group, which is about 32 people, if we can jump on now, please do. And if I may also add on to the plea from the marketing team as well as the finance team, in which I am, if we can push whoever has not paid, because it's only about 189, half of the people who are on Telegram who've paid the provisional fee. If we can get everybody on Telegram to pay the provisional membership and participate in the May bond, that would be wonderful, because we are all in it to win it. There is no loss here, and we're not leaving any child alone behind. So we all need to get on the board and get done with it. So the earlier the better. Thank you.
Yeah, actually we can update. We can say whether there will be bond or not bond. Remember, we even have our membership bucket to deal with. So if we can start getting money for the membership, Sister Clarissa will be ready to start those little projects. There should be no time when we are going to have nothing to do. So maybe we are going to miss the May. We are all optimistic, but knowing how things have gone the past 6 months, yesterday in the meeting we were joking, the president, is complaining about bureaucracy in Zambia. He's the head of the state, is complaining about bureaucracy. What about Ifwe? So if we don't hit the bond, please, let's start buying the membership, the membership shares. The monies from there, we are going to plow it into some small projects, and it's all going to contribute to the growth of the cooperative.
Yeah, and also to add on, based on the presentation from the tech team, the form which enables one to pay for 1 share, 2 shares, and all, that would be good for those who don't have the money up front. And this is the message that we've been pounding all along, that that we set the minimum earlier at 1,002, which is now about 20,000 for the investment shareholder. So if you're able to pay partly, please go ahead. Please, let's do this. We need to start. So if we can start even with a small amount, please, let's do it. We have to start from somewhere.
That's a good point. The site will give you to buy the shares in portions. On membership, if you only buy 5, you are not yet fully a member, meaning you cannot vote until you buy the minimum of 10. Then you can fully participate. On investment shares, we are going to refer that to our investment advisor, who is going to tell us how, if you pay a portion, what that means, what you get. So the investment advisor, both the investment advisor and the lawyer will be here maybe next month. We will be having monthly meetings. Cooperative is about education. Please educate yourself, but we'll be arranging some lessons here so that everyone understands, number one, our bylaws. What do they really mean? Cooperative stands on 7 principles. What do those principles mean? There is no sleeping partner in a cooperative. We all have to be very active.
Mr. Chair, I see a comment from Ms. Odines. I think there are more people. Ms. Odines is speaking on behalf of everybody, I guess. She's saying she has been ready. So if we can try for it next week, well and good, let's do it. So I know there are other people here who haven't put a chat or who haven't raised their voice, but they're all ready. That's why we're all here. So let's
The enthusiasm, Sisi Ordinance, has been just, we started from, I don't know when, from the leadership point of view, we could have gone tired. No, people are just as enthusiastic. Everyone is attending meeting. So we thank you for that.
Yes, we are very much for the bond. We are very much ready.
Yeah, we saw that one.
Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you. You are really doing great. We appreciate.
Thank you. Going back to the chat, I see Ms. Namunji posted something there, a list of names with
Oh, that was by mistake, she told me. So we've been trying to delete it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now, since we cannot delete it, and it has been posted in all those people, we expect them in our cooperative.
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
If they're not here, we need them all.
The members would say, if a blessing has come, it comes in so many ways. So you're in trouble, Sisi, to bring all those people. I'm going to save that chat, by the way. Who else? Say something to us. Who else is here? Raise up your hand. You want to be, let's give ourselves another 5-10 minutes.
I think
give us your thought.
Ms. Namunji wanted to confirm that everybody is coming on board.
Oh, and they're bringing that money. Go ahead, Sisi.
I'll try. I'll work on it.
No, we are grateful for that. Yeah, we are really grateful. Okay, so there is no other. We are here. When you see it is quiet in there, Sis Namunji, Sis Kro, come back, Sis Kro. Go in the chat, make noise here. Make noise. Where are you, people? And we'll tell you.
We are here. We are here.
You are in the dark. Where are you? Are you in Zambia?
Because it's bedtime. I work tonight.
Oh, okay. No, we'll let you sleep, Sisi. We'll be.
But we are 100% there.
We are without a doubt. That's for sure. We are 100% sure. When we see, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's a quick story. Yesterday, a friend of mine is based in Chicago. I can possibly even show you this, if you don't mind. Sister Namunji, you don't mind?
I don't mind.
Okay, I can show you something which is a friend of mine sent yesterday, which makes me so optimistic. I guess I can't. Anyway, the story is that this friend of mine is an engineer. He has 2 companies in Chicago. He's from Ghana. And one of these machines, it is extracting juice from hemp, cannabis. So it extracts the juice from there, and the big market is in Germany. So he says, Roger, I heard you belong to a group. This machine costs about $1 million, $1 million. So I'm willing to give it to you. The only thing your group gives me is $250,000. The rest I give to you when the operations start. I'm not saying we are going there. I'm just telling you opportunities which will come our way because now we are in numbers. So to me, who is going to give me a $1 million worth of machine at 250? Unless people I'm connected to. And I called Zambia. Zambia, what is the status on cannabis thing? Because we hear Lesotho is huge, Zimbabwe is big, Malawi is big. What is happening? Oh, we suspended a little bit, but it's like they are scared. Everyone else is doing something about it. So the preliminary message I got was that Zambia National Service are going to be tasked with growing, doing the growth. Meaning, if our group is intact and wants to do a project like that with government, public partnership, we can call the Ghanaian friend and say, we are ready. We are ready. So these are some of the projects which I, as an individual, it is almost impossible. I can't do. But together as a team, we'll be able to achieve quite a lot. Quite a lot. When I look at the numbers of, again, of inflation in Zambia, if Zambia continues to import food, that inflation will come back. What am I going to do as Roger? What are we going to do as individuals to make sure that Zambia is self-sufficient as far as food is concerned? We don't order again and bring inflation back in Zambia. It is up to you and me, if we can do something about it. If we say it is HH an individual or it's government, we will fail. So please let's all take this thing as a personal thing, the way we, all of us do. And I know you all do that because you call me and you tell me. And with that, 1 or 2 comments here. Is hemp now allowed growing in Zambia? It was allowed actually under PF. It was suspended Panono, but I hear they are bringing it back because there is a 7 billion. It is a 7 billion industry, $7 billion industry. So everyone's tentacles are up like that. The other comment was, I hope the recording of this meeting will be shared for some of us who joined late. Yes, to be shared. I'll put it in a YouTube form, and yeah, all of us, we can have it. And with that, thanks, Madam Victoria. Yeah, with that, yeah.
There's a question.
Oh, what is the question?
From Miss Mlonda.
Yeah, she says, is hemp allowed? Is that?
No. She's asking,
okay, sorry.
Can we also buy land now before it's too late?
Who wants to take on that question?
Project team.
As long as the finances are available, yes, that would be a good thing to do. So we're waiting on everybody to pay up what needs to be paid up.
We will be sharing. Our goal, first and foremost, is to reach $1 million. especially with the help of the investment fund. However, if our membership does so well, we have 50 laying around, and we have a chief willing us to give us a free land. We only give him 5,000. Please lead us to that chief. We can get that land. I'm sure land is still free in Zambia. We shouldn't be going for Lusaka expensive land. So yeah, whoever has land was the uncle who is the chief, let us know. Let us know. We can take advantage of that.
There's a question from Mr. Rickson Ziawo. What will happen if you do bank transactions? Is it going to be for every month subscription or once off? Subscription. I may take that, Mr. Chair. I understand what he's asking. It's about if it's about the investment shares, right? Because we said you can pay in installments, so you choose. You have to meet the minimum threshold required for you to be considered as an investment shareholder, for which that we set at 20,000 kwacha. And for the ordinary shareholders, the minimum is 2,000 kwacha. So if you only buy one share, so you are still going towards getting to be an ordinary shareholder. So you only be considered as an ordinary shareholder once you pay the full 10 shares, right? So it's up to you. You choose if you want to do it on a weekly basis, you can be adding, or whether you win a lottery, you pay everything, that's fine. So it's up to you. But only after you pay the full required set amounts will you be considered in each one of these categories. I hope that's clear. Unless
that should be clear. Bank transactions is going for every month.
Yeah, and then Mr. Ziambo, I think he's talking about land. He says, please come to Northwestern and I'll ask our chief here to provide. Yeah.
Just ask you the chief Baziambo Mwinsho. Mwinsho Viepi. Just ask the chief. We don't need to come there.
Yeah, he says he's going to ask the chief.
If you need a lot of backing in Kaonde, we are here. We'll come and back you up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.
I think Mr. Ziambo wanted to say something.
Who was Ziambo again?
No, sorry, Ziawo. Sorry, my apologies.
He wanted to say something.
Yeah.
I think he has asked his questions. You have answered his question.
I think he wanted to respond to you when you talked about the Kaondes.
Oh, where is he? Open his mic.
You can unmute everyone, so the few minutes they can they can say something.
Yeah, Vamwanza, I have a question for you, actually. Open your mic, Vamwanza, I ask you a question. You and I, we dealt with what was that we did on the radio? CDF. CDF. Where's Vamwanza? Has he opened his mic?
Yes, I'm here.
Vamwanza, your thought on the I don't know. I don't know if you saw my presentation. The 3 million production to go up. What will that mean at the end of the day, as far as CDF is concerned? What is your thought? When I was writing that comment, I had you in mind.
Come through again. I think when you talked about that, I think I was away. So just repeat that, then I'll be able to comment.
Very, very quickly. HH is saying they want to move production of copper from 800,000 to 3 million tons. So that is a lot of copper to come and a lot of activity. Do you see that also pushing the CDF upwards, maybe in the next budget? And what will that mean to rural Zambia if CDF, say, had to go up by, say, 100 million kwacha?
Well, the increase in the production of copper won't automatically increase the CDF. Here's the reason why. There are so many areas that need attending to as a country. Now, CDF will get more money depending on the performance of the first 2 years. Because right now, money has been released, people have not accessed it yet, and we don't know what the results are going to be. But if, for instance, it proves to be a viable way of moving development to the rural areas, then probably we might see an increment. And what that would do is that it would actually inject money into small-scale industries. Because I mean, right now, the biggest obstacle for most small-scale industry is access to finance.
Correct.
And the only, so with the CDF increasing and the way it's managed, because right now, there are a lot of problems with the way the CDF is being implemented, because there's a lot of education that needs to do. I don't expect a lot of success in this first year, but definitely when we start assessing how it has performed from different provinces, we should be able to see an increase and maybe a model, because what we need now is a model. We need one success model. If Kaputa, for instance, does very well, then we are bound to see that model being replicated in different districts. I think that's the way I'm looking.
Same way I'm looking at it. And I can see a lot of activity across the country. And that's the beauty of CDF. I'm seeing a lot of activity across the country. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bamanza. Brother Rickson. Go ahead, Mush.
Thank you, Chair Rogers. I think first, let me start with the issue of CDF, like our brother has just from talking about. I'm one of the councillors that sits in CDF committee. So like the past year, I would say Saturday, Friday and Thursday last week, we were approving some projects and for CDF. So what is happening is the CDF, how it's going to work, it's going to work definitely. The reason is very simple, because government has issued a statement where they will allow anti-corruption people to sit in all the CDF from implementation.
That's nice.
Yes, so definitely you will see that when you're awarding tenders, like people from procurement in each and every local authority, there will be personnel from anti-corruption from the beginning until to the end of you choosing a contractor. And then not only that, these are the same people that also be going into the field with some engineers to inspect the buildings, the anti-corruption guys. So definitely when you look at the plans that the president has with this CDF, it's going to support a lot of us Zambians who are in rural areas. So I would say with a big voice to say CDF, it's a key to unlock the potential in each and every rural area of Zambia. So I wanted to clarify that one. And then on the issue, sorry for that. On the issue of land, I wanted to know how much land we are talking about. Can't just go to the chief and ask for land when I don't know how much land we are looking for. Because I've got colleagues so far that I can assure you to say there's 100 hectares of land. Potentially it's there here in Northwestern. It's there, available. Now I would want to find out from this team.
We'll get back to you, Gunsho. We'll get back to you. I don't want to speculate. This is, then we have land, then we don't have anything to do with it. Yeah, but definitely drop your number. I don't know if I have you in my contacts. I'll get you in touch with you. But Mwanza, what do you think about that comment, Brother Patrick? I don't know, Ziawa has said. HH is sending anti-corruption in every committee. That's me. I've never heard such a thing.
My initial comment is that, you see, It's not so much. It's not so much about sending the anti-corruption. I mean, first of all, we're talking about strengthening institutions. Okay, if you are going to send the same anti-corruption that were officers who were in the previous government, what are you going to yield? Because they have the same mindset. So all they're going to do is introduce more corruption into the system. So what I'm saying in short is that, look, we must start with the institutions. For instance, if the inspector is from Ministry of Local Government and Housing and is a registered architect, he doesn't need anti-corruption, okay, to monitor a project. The architects themselves should be able to register a guy that signed a fake certificate of completion. So we are actually misplacing resources. It's good to send anti-corruption commission to sit in the meetings, but not to inspect projects because they're not professionals.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? To earn an allowance?
Yes.
Now,
That's
these
a good
are
point.
issues which we need to address, okay? And these are the reactions we should be sending to the president. These are positive things. We should tell the president that, yes, it's important that we have either people from the Office of the President or the Anti-Corruption to attend the tender selection. But you do not need an anti-corruption officer to accompany a civil engineer who's registered, because there's a body that registers civil engineer. Are you saying as a medical doctor, if you sign a prescription, as a pharmacist, a prescription for medicine for a person who has not been diagnosed, the medical board is going to take care of that, not the anti-corruption.
But Mwanza, you know what you are saying is one of the reasons why I think our team will be very, very critical. It is not just about raising money, just raising money. Ideas like you are putting on the table are going to be very, very, very critical. In different fields, we are going to be very critical. Yeah, you send anti-corruption guy to go and inspect a building. Does he know how strong a building should be? If it is a 2-story building, he doesn't know. Good point.
Because you see, there's control of entry for people to go into professions. And the reason why there's control of entry is just to take care of that same thing. There's no way a certified accountant is going to sign your documents and say, and present them to the tax authority. When the tax authority finds that those are defective, that person will be deregistered. Okay? So you don't need the problem that we've had is that even these professional bodies, even the professionals, have been corrupted in their minds. So there's a lot of cleaning that needs to be done at every level. So, I mean, there's never been an opportunity like this when we talk about these things very, very openly. Now, if I said this a few months ago, tomorrow I'll be receiving a death certificate. Now we are where we can discuss these things, and these things will reach the president and they'll be acted upon. Yeah. Anyway.
So anyway, but Mwanza, be ready. Some of these things, you are a surveyor. We hope to have a division within this cooperative of surveyors. Let's find them. I think this is going to be a wonderful group to do that. The insights you bring to the table.
I'm very, very excited. I mean, to be part of this.
Oh, wonderful! I know that. Oh, yeah, I know that.
I'm just waiting for that day when
the plane is.
When the whistle is blown. Yeah.
Next, brother.
Namunti was the up first, and then Darius.
No, I was just asking you if you can give the chance to ask a question.
Oh, okay, yeah. We've given ourselves 5 minutes just to chat here. We don't see you people for so many days. So 5 minutes we end. Sister Namunti.
Oh, hi. I think my question is for Van Nixon on CDF. For me, particularly, it's not about the implementation of corruption of this CDF thing. It's the education. Are there measures put in place to educate the rural of Zambia, like my uncle in Kaoma, my brother in Kalabo, who they want to participate in this CDF? Are they being educated? what it is, what is required, what is expected of them? Is the government putting any measures of education in the CDF?
I can tell you the answer is yes, but where is Varikson? Varikson, where are you, Muncho?
I am here, Muncho.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I can tell you it's yes, because before we had to sit down and do the project implementation, approval of all the skills, bursaries, and everything. There was a sensitization where Minister of Local Government directed all the local authorities to train the trainers so that they can go in the community and sensitize people. So like in my ward, I've got zones, about 4 zones. In all 4 zones, for the past 2 weeks, there were 3 weeks out there was activities of sensitizing people on how to submit their community projects, as well as how to submit their cooperatives, and as well as how to submit their skills training bursaries, and also secondary training bursaries. So this happened in entire Zambia. So I'd say that yes, a big yes, that the government indeed had to put some money aside just to sensitize the local Zambians on CDF. Thank you.
Which constituency in Solwezi? What is your constituency? Where you are?
Kalumbila. My constituency is Solwezi West. It's Kalumbila district.
Solwezi West?
West. Yes, Kalumbila.
How many wards are in Solwezi West?
12.
4.
12.
12.
1, 2. Yes.
So is this money enough? 25 million. Is it enough for a constituency like yours?
I would say it's not, but it is at the moment.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the money that we used to use at
CDF, correct.
It was 1.6, obviously, right, for the entire district. Now, when you look at how much I'm getting as my ward, I'm getting about 1.6 as a ward, not as a district.
Oh, wow.
You get it, huh? And then not only that, also there is a ward development fund that comes in also to cushion other projects that didn't finish with the CDF money. So that money also comes to support. So I would say for now it's yes or no, but looking at our district, the district is massive, it's big. Trust you me, Columbia district is big. So looking at, if you talk about development, yes, we might throw buildings here and there, but again, for us to see that indeed this 25 million went into this district will not be very possible, because it's not the entire 25 million. So there is a 5 million that will go to the Minister of Health. There's 5 million that goes to the Minister of Education. Then out of that, there's 20%. The balance, there's 20% that will go to the youth and women empowerment and skills as well. So the 15,000 that will remain, that's a CDF that we are talking about. That is 15 million. So now this 15 million, if you divide by 12 districts, right? 12 wards. That's when now you know each ward will get A, B, C, D. Now looking at Kalumbila, it's a new district, obviously that was just created. So even everything is new. We don't have a CBD. This is when we are about to open a CBD, of which we are expecting the president to come in on, I think on 27th or so, to open our civic center. So much of the money will go toward the CBD. Yes. So
final question, Muncho.
Yes.
Yes. So a cooperative like ours, what opportunities do you think a district like yours presents to us?
Mr. Rogers, I will tell you, here there's a lot of opportunities that our cooperative can participate. One, I'll start with infrastructure, right? Or maybe real estate. Mining is one of them, because obviously, Northwestern is blessed with abundance of minerals, obviously, site. And not only that, the one that we are just talking about, to say where we can start cultivating marijuana and the like, the land here is plenty, like plenty land that you know. And also when you talk about maybe timber processing, here it's printed timber processing. You can get permits and other documentation just to put up timber processing in this district. So those are the things that I can talk about that I know that they are very positive toward our cooperative.
Okay, wonderful. No, we'll be in touch. Ms. P has reminded me. I think we spoke one time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for that chat.
There is another hand by Mary.
Oh, there's another hand? Okay.
Yes.
You know, we don't on Pasande. Miss Mary!
Yes, Roger.
My one and only sister.
I have a concern on the land issue.
Yes.
So, Mr. Is it Rickson?
Yes.
He is interested in helping us acquire a land from the chief. So what's your time limit, Chair, to get back to Mr. Rickson?
That's a good question, actually, and the pointed one. Who wants to say something about that? Yes, Madarius.
Yeah, I think we are not giving it a time limit because we have so many aspects we have to consider right now, which we are putting in place, everything before we start thinking about land. That's why maybe Roger could not come in to say specifically what can be done, because that will be considered later on. So in terms of time, we cannot give it time.
So I think to that question, because I don't think she's, I know my sister, she's not happy about that answer. She's going to tell me. What do you have in mind? Let it come from you. What do you have in mind? I mean, like we said, cooperative is a member-run organization, not the leaders. So what do you have in mind? Miss Mary?
She's muted.
Oh, you're muted if you're speaking. Sister.
Okay, she's on now.
Yeah.
My concern is, you know, if we delay in going ahead, letting Mr. Rickson go and talk to the chief, there are so many people looking for lands. So that's why I'm more concerned. What's the time limit when you get back to Mr. Rickson? Because, you know, I like farming. In farming, there are so many things we can get, you know, poultry and the other stuff.
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's my concern.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Projects, you know, have failed because we don't even come to
put them. Yeah.
Yeah. Put up
so that
time.
is the homework you've given us. We will give the answer in after we have brainstormed a little bit in the committee. We'll bring it back in Telegram, and I'll personally get back to you. Especially if it is free land, Ms. Victoria, I don't think there's a reason why we should wait it if it's free land. Yeah. So as soon as we get our certificate, anywhere there is free land, let's start getting it. In my view, but we'll get back to you. That's not the official answer. We'll get back to you. It's a good concern. And with that, we end. We've been here, is it 2 hours or 3 hours? Just like that. Thank you, people.
Thank you.
Brother Rickson, in Kaonde, we say, Mami, thank you, Mwisho. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love when I say Kaonde, man. I like it. Thank you, everyone. Unless you want to remain to chat a little bit, but we are done with the meeting. Feel free to go. But if you were a little bit tight and you still want something to say, I'll be here. We can talk to one or two people here. But otherwise, this has been good. Next time we meet, we are going to be telling the plan now has been cleared to start to go. Tefafine wa mlenga. Badarias. We are ready. We are working very, very, very hard. I went to bed this morning.
Baroja.
Yalo.
In fact, there were two people, if you remember, who had offered land, and you never went back to them. He had also told us that he had land. Now,
I remember that guy. I remember.
No, this is an Owakuchongwe Numbidik Shamba. He was one of the people who were helping my campaigns. He told us he had land, and I informed you in Erickson. In fact, we spoke to him on 2 occasions. When he asked me how we could help, when I called him, he even told you that Ninda sitting on a lot of committees. I want to and they had said there was a lot of things we could do, even land in a fiance. And they had even told him, okay, we'll get back to you.
So, Brother Rickson, Kusoro is
Rickson's wow. Yeah, he's
wow,
one mine, yeah.
So I hope they can even help us register there.
He had even told you that as well. He had told you can use me, whatever you want.
I think I'm getting old, Patricia. I'm forgetting stuff.
Without paper.
Let me. No, just a young man.
Yeah, but I'm forgetting. But
you spoke to him on more than 3 occasions. How can you say you forgot? More than 3 occasions to learn the line. But my uncle Josh had even told us if you're my now oil. He said if you wanted to go into petrol.
I think Namusha MSP. The main problem is where we don't have structure, no documents, no nothing. I think if you're again.
Josh had even sent us something. Josh, fuel, petrol. He said you could venture into that, and he thought it was very expensive. Then this guy had even showed us what he was doing in Kalumbila mine.
You were not formalized to do anything, but starting next week when we are formalized, I think we will go flat out every district where there is.
You have Miss Nawina also who says she has land.
Miss who?
The thing is, there are so many people who have land. I think that the issue right now is that we haven't yet got the projects team to lay out what we need to do first and all. I know there's some good offers out there, but we have to really go in it strategic rather than there's land here, let's get it. We don't even have use for it. What are we doing? Because we said we would need land for projects like processing plants. So we have to be really strategic as to where exactly we want to buy this land. Is it an area where we have watermelons for processing? Is it an area where we have pineapples and so on and so forth? So we really have to be strategic in what we want to do. There is plenty of land out there. Miss Nawina, you want to offer your land too?
I mean, to your point, this is why we are focused on raising at least $1 million.
Yes.
If we just get 100,000 and then we start to spreading it around, we will never make it. And therefore take advantage of the leverage $1 million gives us.
Yes.
So yes, we get the land tomorrow. Maybe we start having pressures of, start spending money to do this.
Yeah, so
but you see, the land Jakuma Chiefs, you just get it. Even if you, as Wameri have said, you just get the paperwork done. That's all.
Yeah,
because paperwork takes some time.
You're absolutely right. If it is especially free land where we can hold even for 1 year.
Yeah, I agree with
you. I agree with you.
But we should not lose focus on the big picture, on the goal. What we have always said we need to achieve, right? Let's get our decks in line and then we can venture. Of course, yes, if there's an opportunity which is really presented itself with a lot of benefits, then let the project team lead us on this one.
Lead us.
We are all not professionals. Let the professional team lead us.
And also on the aspect of legal purposes, we didn't have everything in place, like having a lawyer. So they're supposed to go through all that as well. So as soon as we have this structure and then we have the lawyer, in place, the, accountant in place, and I think all those things will come in place where we can start acquiring and have everything go through in legal channels.
Yeah, we will be on it, Ms. P. We have all these people. Keep pushing, keep reminding us, actually. If it's free land, well, I've got one piece which is lying there. It will not injure us. So we'll do whatever we can do. So our project C, I hope you are listening.
No, Ms. Clarissa had to go. She sent a message to say she needed to hop off.
Yeah.
But she's not here.
Yeah, because I'm sure the agency from people is, today that land is there. With all this excitement in Zambia, oh, you are late. Or you find it is priced the Lusaka price.
I think right now, the land prices are going down because there's a lot of land which is in private hands and people want to offload it. That's my layman's view.
Understanding.
For the chief's land, yes, that's good, but we have to have a purpose for whatever investments we are putting in.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you can still hold it, Miss Maza. You can still hold it, right? If you want.
If it's free, yes, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yes. If it's free.
Unless it's spending money. Yeah,
well and good.
Yeah.
Here I said it was free land from the chief. I think all you have to pay maybe is a paperwork, that's all. So if it's free land, why not get it? Because a lot of people have been talking about farming.
It's free land.
Right. It's free. In fact, the land is going expensive. Me, to my knowledge, a lot of land is going up. Funny enough, people are selling at exorbitant prices. I don't know why. Looks like a lot of people are buying, foreigners are buying a lot of land to Zambia.
If it so happens that by the time we're ready and we can get that land, that's why we said we will have options, right? The project team will have to come with the options. Which way do we go? Do we go into this, project or the other, based on the return that we're expecting and the impact that it would have on the livelihood of the people?
Okay.
I see a number of people here. Miss Clotilda.
Miss Clotilda is sleeping. She's going to work at night.
Okay.
That is how dedicated she is. Even when she's sleeping, she makes sure she's in the conference room. That's dedication.
Now everyone has to switch on their video.
Hey.
Miss Rebecca, Miss Becky.
Who is this? I can see Rebecca.
I see Rebecca. Miss Becky, turn on your
it's
video.
Not Becky, it's Rebecca.
There you are.
Have lots to contribute, Miss Becky.
Hello, Sisi.
Hello.
You remind me the time you were in Lusaka at the meat of the campaign. We know. Let any dash.
She's on the road.
Oh, what's the question again? The question.
And when and where do we deposit? Where do we?
Oh.
Yeah, she's like Miss Ordinance. She's ready. The plan is yet to set off.
Yeah.
We are hoping by next week.
By next week, our certificate here, I think by Tuesday it should be out. The bank process, opening the bank account and stuff will be done next week. Miss Vicky, I don't know about that.
I'm very optimistic. If the certificate comes out on Tuesday, we are already putting together everything. We should have everything together in readiness for the bank, right?
Yeah, for the bank.
And it will be only one day. The bank is open, so why wait? Mr. Tech Team will do it in 2 days.
We are ready.
Mr. Darius,
Yes.
He's already. The big plane is on the main, what you call it?
We are on the runway.
The small ones are there waiting.
For clearance.
The small ones are taking off. And immediately the small ones take off, the big one is up in the air.
We are just on the runway, waiting for clearance.
Yeah.
When people say a plane is on the runway, it make me miss home, because it takes me time when I'm at the airport. Time to go home.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to go, Mr. Chair.
No, nobody in CC, nobody will be announcing and will be making those payments. Yeah, I think every one of us have to go. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I have nothing to do.
You can go rest, Bacha.
What?
Sleep.
One o'clock.
You've worked
No,
out.
I'm going for a ride.
Just eat
Better
and-
get the free land now, and after all, land does not roads. Amen, Sisi. Okay, everyone.
Have a good week.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Patrick wanted to say something also.
Papa, is Patrick? Oh, Patrick, Patrick, where are you? Is he still here?
No, this is Patrick in the U.S.
Oh, Brother Patrick in Arizona. Is it Arizona?
Yes. I just wanted to ask. So, as far as the share, so essentially it came up to about $1,200 for a share. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the valuation behind that?
Not per share. No. Not per share. That $1,200 is the minimum for all the 20 shares.
Oh, it's for 20 shares.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I
That's
thought
the
it was
investment shares.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then when you said next week is when we'll be able to basically just log into my account and then just load the money up on there to purchase. Is that correct?
By Miss Victoria's optimistic. If our paper, our certificate, we've been promised Tuesday, but you know our country, Tuesday can mean Wednesday or Thursday. But we were all going to be optimistic. So Tuesday we get our certificate. We start fighting to open the bank account. Once the bank account is open, then we'll start receiving money. Whether or not we are going to play the May bond, in my view, I don't think it will matter. We will still start collecting money at that point. So the bank will be very, very quick. Yeah. And are you the one who said you have, Patrick, you have mining equipment?
No. I work for a credit union over here.
Oh, yeah, credit union. So you are going to help us set up the global credit union for the diaspora, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're going to be like Jews. Keep all the money in our community.
Exactly.
Banking money, it should be in our community. Credit card, our community. You know, imagine how much money we can collect. All these mortgages we pay these banks. It should be held by our own credit union. In my view. Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Thank you so much.
What's your last name, Mr. Patrick, if I may ask?
Munga.
Monga. Okay. I have you on the list. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Rebecca.
Yes. Banking. When we open an account in Zambia, are we sending money direct account?
Yes. Yes. We are sending a direct. We are going to have a payment system, number one, on our website, where you log in and pay through our, or you use what remit you can send money to your bank. Or you use your own bank to do, we'll give you our bank details at that point. You do the, no mbabala dia mwendala mabanki ya kumweshimawe. Inabala ndila 300, Miss Vicky. When I send the money, I pay land in Chongo. No, in Lusaka. My fees, they charge me 300 kwacha, which is about close to $27, my money. My bank here to send money, I pay $6. So you see how we can make a killing ourselves.
I see Miss Kasonde. You want to say something before we go off? Miss Dr. Kasonde?
Dr. Kasonde. Why are you calling him Dr. Kasonde? You know him? Which Kakasonde?
Dr. Pris Kakasonde. I know.
Oh, okay. So you, okay. Hello.
Hi, good Katushingani, good morning or good afternoon or good evening.
It depends where you are. Where are you first? Tell us where you are.
I logged in late, so I didn't hear most of the discussion, but I hope there will be a summary of whatever has been discussed at some point so that we catch up. Hi, Vicky.
Hi. Yeah, there's also a recording which will be posted on the group on Telegram. So you can go through that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be good. Thank you.
Yeah. The other the summary is that we need you, Doc, to start organizing forums where you are when we come and speak to them via Zoom. So we need to recruit 1,000 people at end of, not the end of the year, in 12 months. We need 1,000. Cooperative is about numbers.
Yes, we'll try and recruit from our networks and see if we can contribute to that figure.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct. Where are you, Doc? Where are you? In Lusaka?
I'm home. I'm in Lusaka. I live and work in Lusaka.
No, it is 1 p.m. where I am here in Update. So I know you, it is 9 o'clock, 9:22.
Yeah.
Knowing Zambian people, you are already about to sleep.
About 9:20. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Miss Jira, where are you? Are you gone?
No, I'm still here. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for being here. We'll be.
Thank you, Mr. Mwanza.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mwanza. Mr. Mwanza, you and I, you have to continue talking CGF. We need to go back to radio, actually.
Thank you, Miss Clotilda, and Miss Namunji, and Miss Ordinance, and Miss Aretha.
Yeah. Okay, Vadarius,
Mr. Patrick,
link up, brother. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.